Hey, what is up, guys? This is Thunderstruck115, and today I've got some exciting news for you. Earlier yesterday, we had the Black Ops 4 community reveal event. Sadly, I was not able to attend the event in person because I am super broke, and also not to mention the fact that I have school. But I was able to watch the live stream on Recap when I came home from school, and it was really, really cool, and we've definitely got a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm not going to be able to get every single detail of the live streamed event. If you want that, you're probably just going to have to watch that. I'm probably just going to give a summary of what happened, just give you all the main points that we got from it, and throw in my 2 cents. So, first of all, it's definitely Black Ops 4. And we've learned that actually there is not a campaign, but instead they're weaving the narrative into all their other modes. So, in multiplayer and zombies, we get the narrative. It's going to take place between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. Now, I know you're thinking, seriously, future again? But they made a really big point about this, so let me just get this out of the way. There is no thrust jumping, there is no wall running, it is boots on the ground. So, first we're going to talk about the multiplayer thing. So, what they did is they have a whole new multiplayer experience, so they say, and with some pretty cool looking innovations. They're bringing back specialists, and there's some different stuff about them, like they each have like different little bonuses and perks as well as their abilities and weapons. And there's a bunch of new features in multiplayer. First of all, there's manual healing. Normally in previous Call of Duty games, it would be you just stand around for a few seconds without getting hit, and you just automatically heal. Well, in Black Ops 4, that's not going to be the case. Rather, you're going to have to actually do something to heal you up. Now, you do have unlimited medkits as far as I know, but you have to manually activate them, so like if you're in combat and you're behind a piece of cover and you see another little Jimmy on the other side but you're low on health, you can either choose to fill up your health before engaging them or try and take them by surprise. The choice would be yours. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. I'm not sure if this takes away from Call of Duty at all, but I'd be interested to see what it is. Next feature that they are introducing is something called the Fog of War. Now, I'm pretty sure if you've played any RTS games, you probably know what that is. For those who don't, basically, on the minimap, there is an illuminated circle around you that shows what you can see, and it gets blocked by cover buildings or whatever. And basically, it shows really clearly what you and your teammates can see, and the rest of the map is pretty dark. Now, don't be worried, UAVs and counter-UAVs will still do what you expect them to do, which is show where the enemies are or just shut off their mini-map entirely. Now, this is pretty interesting, a concept that was never introduced in Call of Duty before, and I'm not entirely sure how this is going to affect the overall gameplay, but I guess it makes it so that way if you're unfamiliar to a map, you want to learn it, so that way you can't just like see what the layout of a building is and check around corners pretty easily, because you can just see what the building's layout is and what part of the building the enemy is in. And another feature that they've added to multiplayer is that each specialist has their own single-player mission that teaches you how to use the specialist, like what their abilities and weapons are, what bonuses they have, and how to use them effectively. And again, that sort of replaces the campaign mode and them folding the narrative into multiplayer, zombies, and the Battle Royale mode, which I'll get into later. But now that I've talked about multiplayer, it's time to talk about Black Ops 4 Zombies, which I'm sure a lot of you are excited about. Now, for the first time in Call of Duty's history, Black Ops 4 is going to be released with 3 separate Zombies maps at launch. Now, in the past, in World at War, we've only had Nocturne and Toten at launch. And then Black Ops 1, we had 5 and Keenum. And then Black Ops 2, we had Green Run and Nuketown. Now, you could argue there was more than 2 maps at Black Ops 2's launch, but I'm not really considering that because it's mainly just transit and then just a bunch of smaller sections of transit. So, yeah. And then Black Ops 3 had Shadows of Evil and The Giant. But now we get 3 separate Zombies maps. The first one is called 9, or it's written as the Roman numeral IX, which is 9, obviously. And it sort of takes place in this gladiator arena that sort of looks like ancient Asian fighting, ritual fighting, sort of. I'm not really an expert on that time period. And then this one dude just comes out, takes out this artifact, and it zombifies everyone in the area, except for, conveniently, our 4 heroes, which are going to be different from what we've seen in the past. They've said that they would be starting a new storyline, and this would not be connected at all to the old storyline. So the second map is called Voyage of Despair, and it takes place on the HMS Titanic. So what's happening here is people have seen what happened in 9, and they saw the artifact that the one dude used to zombify everyone. So basically what they do is they track it down to the HMS Titanic, and they try to steal it. Now, of course, something goes wrong, because there's a dude in the vault with the artifact, and the dude grabs the artifact as the same dude from 9, and he uses it to zombify everybody on the ship, and then naturally we got a huge fight that ensues. And it sounds pretty cool, because I can imagine like the map is just like gonna sink, and the water's gonna rise, and therefore you have to flee to higher ground or ship or whatever you call it. And some parts become inaccessible or harder to go through because zombies can move faster in water than you can, or something like that. I'm not sure how that would work, but I mean, it would be pretty cool to see it implemented. And the last map, I'm pretty sure you were all expecting this and all waiting for it. It's Mob of the Dead Remastered. Or rather, it's more like a remake of Mob of the Dead from what I see. It's called Blood of the Dead. And basically, it's Mob of the Dead, but with the Primus crew, so naturally what I'm thinking is, also with the title fitting, that they're going to be looking for Sal and Finn to get the blood vials, because if you follow up on the zombie storyline from Black Ops 3, sometime between Zetsubo Noshima and Gorod Krovi, the Primus crew goes to Mob of the Dead and gets the blood vials. I'm not sure exactly what the blood vials do, or why they need to get them, because I really don't know that much, but they do it, so they decided to make a map to do it. That's the only one that I know of that's going to be connected to the old storyline, but the other 2 are not connected to the old storyline in any way. And I'm pretty interested to see how zombies will turn out. Also, something else, Jason Blundell said that zombies will be much more customizable, so like you can change things like difficulty, but also fine-tune some other aspects like zombies' health, zombies' speed, trainability, mystery box behavior, so you can make it entirely your own. So this will be good for like newer players who don't want to get introduced to zombies in a way that's unforgiving, but harder players don't find the map too easy. So basically, if you want more of a challenge, you can like buff some of the zombie stats or nerf some of your own, and if you need a bit of an easier time, then you can make it so zombies have less health and less speed. Or you can make it so like do certain challenges, like the zombies are super slow but they're freaking walking tanks. Or you can make it so zombies are like faster than Varrock sprinters, but a paper cut will kill them. And I think it's pretty interesting. I would love to see it come back, because Black Ops 2 was the last one where we could really customize some of the stuff in zombies, and I'm glad that that's returning. Now, you all have wondered about the rumors of Battle Royale in Black Ops 4. Well, the rumors were true. There's a mode called Blackout, which is supposedly Battle Royale done the Black Ops way. Basically, you will be able to control characters and have weapons across the past 10 years of Treyarch's Call of Duty games. So, since it's 2018, that would include World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. So you can play as characters from any of those games. So, like, you can run around as Sergeant Reznov, or run around as Woods, or Harper, Section, or Taylor. So, yeah, and also it would say it has weapons from all of those games. Now, I'm pretty sure there will also be some Black Ops 4 weapons in there, but you will also have some of your favorite weapons from World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. And I'm really interested to see what it's like, and they said that the size of the map would be about 1,500 times the size of Nuketown, just to give you a reference. And they said you'd be able to have land, air, and sea vehicles, which I think is kind of interesting, because we have not had vehicles in Call of Duty ever since World at War, when we had tanks and multiplayer. Unless, of course, you count the one remaster of that one World at War multiplayer map, Outskirts, as the map Rapture in Black Ops 3, but instead you have the Manticores instead of the tanks. But other than that, it's really been since World at War since we had vehicles in multiplayer. And I'm pretty sure it's only in this Battle Royale mode, so yeah. Also, they said that you could play as Zombies characters in Gear, so you can be running around as Edward Richtofen. And when they say Zombies Gear, I'm wondering if that includes Wonder Weapons, and that would be pretty cool to be running around in the Battle Royale arena, blasting fools with a ray gun, or a thunder gun, or a Wunderwaffe. I'm personally excited to see what Black Ops 4 has in store for us, and I will definitely be playing it on October. But anyways, if you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more. Also, tell me what your thoughts of Black Ops 4 are in the comments below and what you hope to see. That's it. Peace.